All right, you guys, thanks so much for coming on to Team Play Hard's Monday night weekly team call. My name is Ellen, and we have some guest speakers coming up. In fact, when we're finished with the call tonight, CJ can tell us who she has lined up a guest speaker for us coming on February 20th. That's a week from today. And I'm actually, for the first time ever, not going to be on the team call. I'm going to be leading Fit and Funky's team call. When Danielle Natoni asks you to lead a team call, you say yes, even if it conflicts with your team call. So she asked me to go ahead and lead the Fit and Funky team call. So that's next Monday night. And so CJ and I had already been working on, well, she had already lined up a speaker for us. I'm like, hey, maybe he can come in on the 20th. So you guys will be in really great hands, and I will watch the recording as well. So that's next week. Whole bunch of stuff is going on. And, it occurred to me, I was talking to Marie last night. She went to the PIO certification, as did Nikki Randall of Team Play Hard. 2 Team Play Harders got PIO certified yesterday with me in Portland. And she mentioned that, like, she just hadn't been in the group. They went to Costa Rica, and she went to Costa Rica, her and her husband, and she like came back into the team page and was like, I feel like I don't know what's going on. And so I was thinking a lot about that, and I was thinking about how fast-paced we move things, and I try really hard to stay on top of every new little thing going on in the company and to get that information to you guys as quickly and constantly as I possibly can. And then we're constantly doing stuff. We're a busy team of a lot of coaches that are doing lots of different things and lots of the same things. And it's awesome. It's a really, really awesome thing. I'm not complaining. It's great. But what I realized can happen is that if someone takes a little tiny time off or to go on vacation or whatever, they can quickly feel not a part of things. And so I think it's important that I kind of just take a moment to kind of just debrief on what's going on, so that in case you feel not a part of things, that you feel a part of things. And also just to say that, like, the best thing you can do, and what I told her to do, the best thing you can do is get back into the team page and make a presence. You're not missing out on anything. Just come back in. So basically, just in a nutshell, we've started doing happy hours again. And those are business presentations that are casual with like 4 of the Team Play Hard coaches that kind of put that idea together, or we're actually copying an idea. And it's been Nick, Jen Embers, Jake, and myself. That can change. In fact, I think Kristen DeVoe is going to substitute for Jake potentially on this Thursday. So that's just, you guys, when you hear about a happy hour, you want to be inviting people. You want to be inviting people to hear what we do as coaches, how we do it, and what it takes. It's a really non-threatening way for you guys to share the business. We're actually providing a pretty incredible service for you, so please do take advantage. It is for you. It's for the whole team, and we experience growth every time we do one of those. That's what that is. And then on Thursdays, I've been doing masterminds with my Emerald coaches and higher. I mean, all Emeralds. They don't have to be mine. All Team Play Hard Emeralds and higher. And then at 4:30. And then at 4 o'clock, all Diamond rank and higher coaches. It's just a little 20-minute, 25-minute coming together. It's not like this. It's not like someone's coming. Absolutely, CJ. I will post that happy hour. Yep, for sure. So the mastermind calls are just like a live brainstorming powwow. They're like a meeting. It's not like when CJ or I or whoever is speaking on our team calls comes on and provides material. Okay, so I've also allowed, anyone, if you're not an Emerald and you want to be part of the mastermind, that's okay. You just need to let me know. Okay. The Team Cup is going on right now, so I hope that's going well for everybody. Those are just little teams of 5 we have going on, trying to hit Success Club goals for the month. Brian Saunders posted in the team page today that Shakeology Home Direct is going to be worth 2 Success Club points. I'm assuming he heard that on the National Wake Up Call, which I haven't listened to yet. I know Amber Smith is on, and I saw that she listened to it already, and Jen Elliott is on. I saw you listen to it already. Is that where Brian got that information?
Yeah, that is.
When does it start?
March 1st.
Awesome. Okay. So that's wonderful news. And that the BOD All Access will continue to stay at the $199 price point. So also, if you hear us talking about Provo, Utah, and you're like, what are they talking about? Our team is doing its first ever team retreat in Provo, Utah. And so I have created a separate Facebook group for that. Just so that it doesn't like take over the team page. But if you see something about that, that's what that is. And it's something that we'll do annually, not there, but leadership retreats. And trying to be as quick as possible on this part. The 90-day slay. So basically, Emily and I kind of put our heads together after we heard a presentation that Shelley Hobbs did about basically a quarter year long BOD, all access, kind of multi-program challenge group. And it's just something new we're trying. It's really good to try new things and not ever get stuck in a rut. It's good to develop systems that you're consistent with too, but the 90-day slay is just something different. We'd love to have you participate or have a few challengers participate, or do your own thing, whatever works for you, but that's what that is, 90-day slay. And it launches February 27th is kind of prep week, explore BOD week. And then March 6th, I think, is the Monday that the first program begins. And so just if you have any questions, I want you to know that everyone is invited, and it's supposed to be a big party in there. It's a big 90-day challenge group party using BOD and 3 different programs: Core to Force, Max 30, and 21-day fix. Okay, let's get into the heart of the call now. And I hope that you are ready to learn. This call is going to be applicable to very, very applicable for brand new coaches. It's also going to be something so important that our veteran coaches and coaches that have been around for a while become aware of if you're not already. And it is the first 30. It's something very new. So what happens with when we've been coaches for a while and we've kind of got this whole thing figured out is the company keeps evolving and developing and changing things. And it's easy to get, if you don't stay on top of things, kind of just behind. Like, for instance, like I was teaching people how to squat for 15 years, saying never let your hips go lower than your knees. And then the industry changed their standards and guidelines for that. And now the industry is, the gold standard is a full deep squat. And so if I wasn't staying current on things, I wouldn't know the latest. And so if you don't know the ins and outs of the first 30 coaches who have been around for a while, you're going to learn tonight, like I did, like I had to learn. And if you're brand new, this couldn't be a more perfect call. And if you have been around for a while and you totally know all about the first 30, I've got something for you too towards the end of the call. So I'm going to do a lot of screen sharing. So I hope that those of you that are calling in, I hope that you can, well, even if you can't see the screen, that will be okay, because you will have, you can hear. Uh-oh. Please don't make me do that. Do I have to really do that? To share your computer audio, please install. No, that must be an update that I haven't done yet. Uh-oh. I hope I know my password.
Hey, I updated mine, and maybe that's why I can't see.
Yeah, I bet that is. There's a whole bunch of Zoom updates. So this is what I need from you guys now that I just did that. I need you to tell me when I share a video. I can see Lexi, Nick, and Jen Elliott. That's who I can see right now. I need one of the 3 of you to wave at me if you can hear the audio. But first, I want to say that, as you guys know, it's like ridiculously overwhelming to become a new coach because there's so much to learn. And I don't know, I have not heard, I have not met a new coach that didn't feel overwhelmed. And that can be a problem, and it's something we want to minimize. So the more we can simplify things for new coaches, the better for them and the better for us. So the first 30 is the company's new, more simplified way to onboard. And it's what a new coach should be doing in the very first 30 minutes that they enroll, the very first 30 hours of their enrollment, and in the first 30 days of their enrollment. First 30 minutes, first 30 hours, first 30 days. What should your new coach be doing? What should you be steering them towards? And that's what I'm going to show you tonight. It's super simplified. You'll be super happy. I want to just say, for those of you that don't know, that I use Google Keep. It's a Google extension, and it's my favorite of all notepad apps out there. I think it's far superior to Evernote and all these notepad apps out there. It's my absolute favorite. I have labels for my personal stuff, like grocery lists between my husband and I that we can check off what we get at the grocery store. Like, it's insane. I have them for master training notes. I have them for Team Play Hard notes. So I'm in my Team Play Hard notes, and these are, of course, because it's Google, it syncs on all my devices. So if I was on my Samsung phone, I could pull up my first 30 notes. And I have all of our team trainings in here and everything. Videos that I think are important for you guys, I just keep putting them in notes under this Team Play Hard label. So the first 30, I put it in my Google Notes here. And I'm going to actually start with this last video. And Lexi, Nick, and Jelliet, please let me know if you can hear. First 30 walkthrough. We're going to start with the last one. And this is Kim Carver.
Okay. Well, hello, Beachbody champions. So good to be with you here. My name is Kim Carver. I'm Senior Director over Field Development with Team Beachbody. Some of you we've met before in Vital Behaviors training across the U.S. And in other instances, and I've made a few cameo appearances here on this awesome page of the Beachbody champions. But today, I'm coming to you with kind of a special piece of information for you. And some of you may have heard a little bit about it, but today I want to let you know officially and completely about the First 30 program. Now, the First 30 is a real simple idea. First, let's start about, well, what is it? Well, what it is it's a framework around best practices for onboarding new coaches. And one of the reasons behind the purpose, or behind why this program was started, was as we looked at the network, as the network continued to grow and to develop, one area of opportunity that we noticed was that for us was to help maybe create greater transparency around best practices on onboarding new coaches. And so that's what we did. Hi Kim, how you doing? Together with some of the top leaders in the network, we sat down and we kind of looked at a simple framework that we could put together to help improve the onboarding of our coach network. And so that's what this is all about. That's what the First 30 is. Now the First 30, the reason why we call it that is really, really simple, okay? It stands for the first 30, the first 30 minutes, the first 30 hours, and the first 30 days of brand new coach. And so we've broken it down into those segments and really create a framework that any coach can use and follow, whether they already have an existing onboarding system or that they don't have one, to kind of build off of to create an effective onboarding experience for their brand new coaches. And that's what this is all about. And so that's what I want to talk to you guys about right now. Give you a chance to kind of look at it here. We want to get it into your hands sooner rather than later, so you'd have a chance to see what it is all about. So let me kind of walk through real quick how the First 30 program will work. And I think, again, you're going to be super excited about the simplicity of it, about the focus of it, and honestly, the goal behind this is just to help our new coaches be more dialed in at the things that matter most so they can see success more quickly. All right, so A couple things you'll notice. I put it in the post here, but just today we uploaded into the Coach Online office in the training section a First 30 library, if you will, the First 30 section where it has these tools. So I want to walk you through how the program works, and then you can kind of see how the tools put all together. So what ends up happening is when a coach, oops, dropped something there. When a coach gets started, we actually know when your coach signs up before you do. Right? We know the moment they actually have enrolled with us. And so one of the things that we want to do is we want to really take advantage of getting them active and engaged quickly into their business. We want to help teach them right off the bat that they can make choices to impact the success of their business. And so what we do is we've simplified the new Coach Welcome email. And the new Coach Welcome email, instead of having 10 different steps or things they need to do, it's really going to say they need to do one thing, and that's watch the new Coach Welcome video. And that's it. We want them to do that within their first 30 minutes, to watch that new Coach Welcome video. Now, what is this, you might say? Well, you know what, guys? If you look at the link up there, you'll be able to go see it right after. Don't do it right now while we're talking, but right after this, go watch that new Coach Welcome video. And what you're going to see on it is a real simple thing. You have Jeff Hill that welcomes them to teach Team Beachbody and talks to them about what it is to be a coach. Then the second thing it does is it walks them through step by step the updated Business Quick Start Guide. Okay, the Business Quick Start Guide is super simple now. We've simplified it down to 3 steps. Basically, know your coach ID and your coach's contact information. Super simple, and especially because the new Coach Welcome email now has not only their ID and their information, but your information, your name, and your email address as well, so they know how to get a hold of you, okay, for whatever reason if they don't have that. Then the second piece is completing their business profile and setting up their business websites. And I got to tell you guys, the video walks them through step by step how to do this. Now look, the video is only 8 minutes long. But the bulk of that time is spent helping them walk through with screenshots. Click here, do this, click here. If you have to push pause, finish this part. Walks them through step by step how to set up their websites and create their coaching profile. Okay, that's going to be a huge advantage to a lot of you. That's going to be make it so much easier for you guys to help the coaches get some of these housekeeping items out of the way quickly. And the biggest thing is, in my mind, is it makes them be able to start choosing to engage with their business. It gives them the ability to start acting on this decision that they made to start their business in a real simple way for them to be able to do it. It spells it out for them, but they then begin making those choices to engage in their business instead of waiting for somebody to tell them what they need to do or what's next, okay? So it'll go through that step number 2, okay, as you can see it, okay, setting up those coach websites and a coach profile. And then the last step is getting in contact with your coach. On the end of the video, Jeff Hill's going to come on and basically say, awesome, congratulations, you did it, way to go. Now what you need to do is you need to reach out to your coach and you need to set up a getting started right call. And honestly, you guys, that's the first 30 minutes we want them to watch that video. Within the first 30 hours, what we tell them to do is complete the Business Quick Start Guide. And as they watch that video, maybe they have to pause it and come back to it. That's okay. Within the first 30 hours, we want them to complete this Business Quick Start Guide and have reached out to their coach to set up a getting started right call. Really, really, really simple information, okay? On the Getting Started Right call, those of you that need this, we've also updated our Coach Action Plan. Okay? Now this Coach Action Plan has been really simplified. It focuses on real simple ideas of helping them establish their why, kind of identifying what their first 30 days goals are going to be in their first 30 days, and then it goes through their vital action steps. So with the first 30 minutes is to watch the video. Within the first 30 hours, it's to complete the Business Quick Start Guide. And then the first 30 days is to be welcome to your team, so they feel a part of your team. And it's also then to be it's also to have completed Coach Basics. That's it. Now the Coach Basics, just so you know, this month you guys was also updated. So we've launched that now with some additional content, some things around more information around Shakeology. We've got more additional information to it around the Challenge Tracker app. We've dialed it in a little bit more so it fits within this 30-day time frame, no matter what phase or however you approach it. And so Coach Basics has also been updated to reflect this. Included in that Coach Basics Leader Guide now will be a section that kind of goes through some of the key best practices that we found coaches do during that Coach Basics and that onboarding process. And so, again, the idea of all of this is to help raise transparency around effective onboarding so you put your coaches in the best position possible to be successful. Now, one of the things I want to encourage all of you to do is if you look up there, there is the first 30, we call it the leader guide, but really what it is it kind of walks you through what the first 30 program, or the framework, it's not a program, what the first 30 framework is. And the thing I like about this is it really kind of contains some of the best thinking from some of the most successful coaches in the network.
Okay, I'm going to take it from there. So how many, let me stop the share for a second. Had any of you guys seen that video? Oh, CJ had. Kim had. Okay, in the Beachbody Champions page? Awesome. Okay, good job, you guys. Okay, so I hadn't. And so let me show you a couple more things. And I can't share because there's a notification from Danae right in front of the place I need to share. Okay, here we go. Okay, so let me go back to my Google Keep. Okay, so basically this business quick start guide is slightly modified from the one that's in our new coach training right now, the Business Starters Academy. It's the same, the essence is the same. It's just called the first 30 instead of the one we're using is called the business, it's called the Business Quick Start. It used to be called the 7-Day Quick Start, but it's the same kind of information, but I'm going to go ahead and switch out the documents so that our team's Business Starters has that form in it. So I wanted you to look at that really quickly. And then the coach action plan is here. So I want to integrate this as well into it. It already is part of that quick start guide that we have in there. We have them in our new coach training. We have them do their why video. We have them type their why. These action steps are great. How many hours a week or hours a day they are going to work their business. And just some housekeeping items. So there's that document that I'll be adding to our new coach training. And then, and this is brand new. In fact, this is new to their, the first 30 is new, but this is a new part of the first 30 that they just added in. It's how to share Shakeology, because that's one of the things that's really daunting to a new coach is how can I talk about Shakeology? I barely understand it myself, like the value of it. And it can be something that they struggle with. So this is incredible. And we want our coaches to be filling this out within the first 30 days, you know. So there's some tools like the Shakeology podcast is in this. So you can see why this would be a really great addition to our current new coach training. See how it's more than just a shake. And again, we cover this in our new coach training already. We have a lesson on Shakeology and overcoming objectives and what all is in Shakeology, but this is it's a great tool for us. So then for you as a leader, your own kind of leader guide right here, what you should be doing when you have a new coach within 30 days. And I'm not going to go through it quickly. There's a table of contents right here. And then you can see like what you should be doing as a coach in the first, whatever. Okay, almost done with that. And then there's an actual checklist for you. So you can print this or whatever. If you're a print kind of a person, pen to paper, you can print it and you can check off if you're doing what you should be doing as a new coach. I want to show you one other thing really quickly, and then I'm going to tie this together with kind of the direction I want to go with it with our team. So this video that I'm going to click on is shorter than the one I was just showing you. And I might not play the whole video. I think the whole thing is 6 minutes long. I'll just play a couple minutes of it. But I want you guys to know that your new coaches now, they're going to get this email. They're going to get this video in an email. So you need to have watched it. So here you go. Okay, so I just stopped that video a couple minutes short of watching the whole video. That video, your new coaches will receive in an email as soon as they enroll. So it's really, really awesome. I had nothing like that when I enrolled as a coach. It makes it so simple. So had you guys seen that video before? Anna says no. CJ, I hadn't either until today, you guys. Let's see. I'm looking around at the screen. It looks like it doesn't, okay. No one has seen that video, right? Okay, I should have played the whole thing then. There was only like 2 minutes left. It is literally like the best, most concise, like intro to what they need to do, how they connect, how they set up their profile, and it's awesome. I'm super, super excited. So I want to I see there's chats. I'm going to open the chat and read that in a second. But there's a couple things I wanted to say kind of in conclusion. I don't know what my dogs are doing, but it's not good right now. It's not good. Molly! I don't know what they're eating. Let's pray it's not chocolate. Let's pray it's not chocolate. Okay. Let me conclude with this. You guys have options as coaches and how you want to onboard. Our team has a system in place. Oh, it's a bone. It's a dog bone. Yay. It's a dog bone. Oh, I'm like, I don't know what kind of stuff they're eating right now. Okay. You have choices. We have the Business Starters Academy. It's 3 weeks long. It's 15 days. Quite honestly, 30% of the people don't finish it. The 30% that do finish it usually have their shake covered and have hit Emerald rank. So it's like really successful for some, and it's too hard for others. That's what we have in place right now. I'm really proud of it. I've revised it once, meaning I went through the whole entire thing, which was a pain in the butt, and then I refilmed and edited to update it because we had new developments like the Coach mobile app, and I can't remember what else right now. I can't remember, but there were some updates, links, coaching links, the coaching codes, so it's time for me to do that again. And I don't mean tomorrow because it's a major undertaking for me to do that, but I am going to do it, and I'm going to do it soon. It's my priority as far as mentorship of Team Play Hard is revising another edition of our new coach training that will include the first 30, the documents of the first 30, the language of the first 30, and also the vital process, which I'm not going to go into right now, but it's a new mentality, if you will, about our business that kind of started in January last month. And it's new terminology called the vital process, where I did a team call on it like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. I hope you guys saw, some of you were on, where it's like you need to start them with results. It's don't just sign them up to be a coach the second you have a conversation with them. Connect them to a program, get them some results. Like, it's the vital process. So stop, my dogs are driving me nuts. Okay. So, you have options. Right now we have the Business Starters Academy that starts the first Monday of every single month. It's dialed in. It's really good, but you guys need to let your coaches know it's a lot of work, because the second they start to get behind, it's like overwhelming. They can't get behind in it. So I'm going to update that. You have that as an option. Another option you guys have is to do your own thing and just not use the Business Starters Academy. It's not going to hurt my feelings. You can do your own. You can make your own videos and make it 60 days or 10 days or whatever you think is appropriate, if you want to be the one creating content that's delivered from you. The other option is you can just send them into your Coach Online office right now, because now it's so dialed in. You just saw, right? It's so there. It's so connect the dots now in your Coach Online office. I think there's something to be said for doing the team one, because it connects them to us as people and part of our culture, and relationships are forged with the leaders to the new coaches and that new coach training that they're not going to get if they don't go through ours. But whatever you think, you know how I learned this first 30 stuff? I just went in there and I read through all the documents and I watched all the videos today. It took a couple of hours. And then I was able to teach you guys. And now I'm going to know it because I had to tell you about it. So if you take the time to talk to one of your new coaches or one of your leaders about this whole first 30 thing, you sit down with them or you Zoom with them or you schedule a phone call or whatever, go out to coffee, and you break down because maybe they don't watch the team call. You're going to learn it. Like, teaching is the best way for you to learn. So I would encourage you to teach, to let your new coaches and the ones that maybe don't do our team call, let them know what's going on. This whole first 30 thing is a big deal. I think it really simplifies the process that is so stinking confusing. I want you to know I'm going to update that Business Starters Academy as soon as I humanly can. I am moving, and I'm going to Provo, and I'm going to LA tomorrow. I'm getting up at 4 a.m. It's not going to happen tomorrow, but it's going to happen in the first quarter of the year. I also might start running our Business Starters Academy in the Coach mobile app, because you can upload files. That gets them, and that is really synergistic with the whole idea of the Vital process, because it gets them in to log in their workout every day and log in their Shakeology, and then they do their lesson. Because you can upload a YouTube video. Our whole training is already on YouTube. It's 15 YouTube lessons. I can upload a lesson a day in there. And they would be, because nothing gets bumped like it does in Facebook, they would literally go in order. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. They'd be in order. So maybe that's the direction we go once I get it all updated. And I will take your input. I want you guys to weigh in and let me know what you think. Facebook has its advantages too. So one of the reasons I like the Facebook New Coach Training as it stands right now is I never kick anyone out. So there's like 300 people in there. And what's awesome is the people that like drop off or don't finish it, or maybe they finished it, but they didn't really apply everything. They're in there. So every month, the first Monday of every month, we're going to repost lesson 1. They're going to see it again in their notifications, and then lesson 2. So they always have that chance to come back and redo a lesson. And if I put it all in the Coach mobile app, they're not going to have that notification. They're not going to see. It's just going to be out of sight, out of mind, done. So maybe I do both. I just don't know. But I'd like you to weigh in. I'd like you to think a lot about it. And then I will work on recreating. I have better video software now. So when I first created all that content, I didn't know how to edit stuff out. So I think I can make shorter lessons where if I ramble for a second, I can delete all that, which will be better for your new coaches. So I wanted you to know that that's all in the works and on my heart and in my mind. And I guess that's all I have. So let me open the chat bar and then just open it up for discussion, and then we'll be in touch. Okay. So, let's see. Kim, I found it all. I see CJ already responded that it's in the FAQ, but I did find it all on the Beachbody Champions page today. And while I was in there, I realized that some of you guys weren't in there. So like I saw Anne wasn't in there. So I like added her. And what I'm also going to do, even though it is in the FAQ, because there's 1 million things in our Coach Online office, I'm actually going to cut and paste my Google note that I made. I'm going to take all that information out, and I'm going to put it in a file in Team Play Hard, and it'll be labeled the first 30 so that you guys can have a quicker access to it. And CJ can do the same in Team Stronger Together. So that's all I've got. Thought that was pretty good stuff for us. Something we all need to know. CJ, any questions about the first 30? Any feedback about any of it? If not, CJ, maybe you could set up our speaker for next week.
That was a great call, Ellen. I mean, I think, 99.9999% of coaches really struggle with getting new coaches started right. And I love the fact that Beachbody Corporate is coming alongside the CAB and really developing the things that we've been asking for. Because you're right, we didn't have that when we started. You know, we didn't have anything when we started. So it's great that they're meeting that need. So, all right, everybody. So next week we have a guest speaker, and I met this guest speaker at a Bo Eason event. Emily has met him as well, and he's going to get on. And you all know that my opinion is that motivation is a fleeting resource. It truly is not something that you should ever wait for, because if you're waiting to be motivated, you're going to be waiting a long time. Now, on the flip side, you should always be looking for inspiration, which is why Ellen and I encourage our teams again and again to dig into personal development. So next week, we've got somebody coming on that is going to inspire the pants off of you. He's not going to motivate you, but he is going to inspire the pants off of you with 3 critical steps that you need to apply to your business Monday. And it's going to be amazing. So he is not a Beachbody coach. He knows a little bit about our business because I'd given him a 411, kind of a tutorial 101, Beachbody 101. And I'd also given him the link to the National Wake Up Call so that he could listen to a call so that he could better understand our business. So he went out, he did the research, he listened to Carl, he listened to Melanie Mitro, so that he could better understand our business and what we struggle with, so that he can take his, yes, be sure to wear shorts, so that he can take his critical steps and truly apply them in our language. So I'm really excited. Don't miss it. If your coaches are typically not on the team call, encourage them to be on. Let them know that this is going to far surpass, this message is going to far surpass just your Beachbody business. It's going to bleed into your marriages. It's going to bleed into your relationships, your parenting, across the board. It is going to be an amazing message. So make sure you're on, set your alarms. I will be sending out the link since Ellen is going to be leading. Ellen's going to be leading Fit and Funky. Hello, Danielle Natoni. She's going to be leading her call. So I'll send out the link on Monday, just like Ellen typically does, and we'll log on to my link, and then we'll get started. And he will stay on long enough, open for questions, if anybody's got any questions for him. But this is definitely one that you just do not want to miss.
Awesome. That's awesome. All right. Shall we peace out? All right. Love you guys. Bye. Thanks, DJ.